Hello, I'm Axel Alonso, the Chief Creative Officer for AWA Upshot Studios. 2021 has been an amazing year, hasn't it? And we're just getting started. Thanks to you, the retailers, more and more fans are finding our books, they're tapping into our shared universe, and the amazing creator-owned books we're doing that span and blend all genres. With creators like J. Michael Straczynski, Garth Ennis, Frank Cho, Tom Lee Edwards, Peter Milken, ACO, and Mike Deodato Jr., we have some of the best talent in the business. Here's a look at what's coming next.
Hi there, my name is Gregg Hurwitz, and I created, along with Mark Teixeira, a new comic for AWA, and it's called Knighted. And the story is about what if an ordinary guy, sort of an average guy in the office, one day accidentally and inadvertently kills the city's only superhero, who goes by the name of the Knight. And now, in order to protect the city that he lives in as a more ordinary citizen, he has to step up and fill the shoes of a superhero. He tumbles into the night rig and gets whisked back off to a mansion where he meets a character who we're all familiar with, an archetypal character, the sort of butler and brains of the operation who props up the superhero. And when we go in there, we're expecting to find somebody much more like Michael Caine, but in fact, we find someone who's a lot more like Bernie Mac. He's got to be stronger and braver and have a different kind of confidence than he's ever been able to muster. The question is, can you take over becoming a hero, even if it's the last thing that you want to do?
Greetings, people of Earth. I'm here to talk to you about a new book coming out from AWA that I'm very proud of, in which you guys have been asking me about for probably about 20 years now. What I wanted to do was to explore the question of what would happen in a real-world environment if indeed telepaths existed. We have a global event that causes the outbreak of telepathy among about 10% of the planet's population. So we're talking here about tens of millions of people who suddenly wake up one day after this event has happened, able to read minds. This is designed to set up a much larger world and a much larger story that will take us into terrain that really hasn't been explored before.
Hello, I'm John Lees. I am the writer of Hotell and The Crimson Cage. One of the big questions I'm constantly getting on social media for the past year has been, when are we getting more Hotell? Will there be more Hotell? And I've been desperate to say something, but now I can finally talk more about it. Hotell 2 is coming. I wanted to make sure that if I was going to do more Hotell, I wanted it to be bigger, bolder, and scarier than the first volume. And I think we've done it with Hotell 2. I'm really excited to make a return visit to Pierrot Courts off Route 66, and we've got a room waiting for you. The Crimson Cage is a retelling of William Shakespeare's Macbeth, set against the backdrop of the 1980s Southern wrestling territories. Chuck Frenzy is a main event player in a small Louisiana territory, a beloved local hero, but a big fish in a small pond. And after a terrifying encounter with some supernatural creatures, he is faced with a chance to change his future, if only he's willing to do something terrible.
Hi, this is Mark Russell, the writer behind Not All Robots, which tells the story of a future world in which robots have taken all the jobs. And human beings are only able to survive because the government has assigned one robot to each household as sort of its breadwinner. And I think it's something that you will enjoy because you'll recognize a lot of yourself, a lot of the world that we currently live in this comic book. And I tried to make it funny too. And it's got amazing art by Mike Deodato. So please, by all means, give it a shot.
Hey everyone, my name is Rob Williams. I'm the writer of Out from AWA Studios, teaming up with superstar artist Will Conrad. And together we're telling the story of a bunch of Allied prisoners of war at the end of the Second World War who are taken to a castle it is impossible to escape from. In there, they're going to find that the Nazis have captured a vampire and they are experimenting, trying to weaponize the vampire, because if they can control the vampire, they can use it against the Allied armies, which are knocking on the door. So these men suddenly have no choice. They had to try and escape anyway. Now they absolutely have to try and escape, because if they stay, they are going to be eaten alive.